Hello everybody and welcome to VW Family Farm. I'm Emily and this is Lane. And today we're just going around and doing some odd and end chores that needed to be done. And we're about to go move the chicken mobile. So come along with us as we do work today. Backing up if I do say so myself.
That is just chicken.
I thought I was gonna die.
I thought this thing was falling just with my hand.
Me.
Hold this. That totally worked.
Totally.
I don't know how he does this.
A hammer?
Really?
T-post driver?
I don't know. Found it. 1, 2. Ow!
You did that wrong.
It's not working. The ground's hard. And it's not meant for this. Oh yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna fill up these nesting boxes with some hay because they are out of hay in the nesting boxes, and the eggs are pretty nasty when there's nothing in them.
Because there's no egg.
And Lane's putting up their ramps. Okay, this job's done. On to the next job.
Hey y'all, it's Andrea here. I've missed you guys so much. You've seen a lot of Ben and Lane and Emily lately because I have been super busy. I shared with y'all here a while back that my mom had had a stroke, and then last week during the midst of all this coronavirus, she had pretty much an emergency, 2 surgeries actually. She had to go in and have one carotid artery cleaned out, and then they waited 48 hours and they did the other one. She wound up having a really rough time of it. Wound up getting some medicine that she was, I guess, allergic to, and that really set her back in between the 2 surgeries. And the second one went great. The first one went great as well, but the time in between was really rough, and then the time after the second surgery was really rough. A 4-day, what was supposed to be a 4-day stay for a pretty routine procedure turned into 8 days. None of the family could be there. We could call and get updates, and we could actually talk to her on the phone if she was up to it, but pretty much didn't know everything that was going on. It was just excruciating having a loved one in the hospital and not one single person could be with them. So we finally got her home. She was doing pretty good, still a few lingering issues. Got her home and started taking good care of her. My dad and I and Ben and Lane and Emily have been running this farm the last few days. And then today happened. She didn't have a real great night last night, and so therefore that worries me, just like I worry about my kids. It bothers me when something's wrong with my parents, and I really try not to worry and to just give it to the Lord, but I just, to be honest with you, have not been doing a real great job of that. Like, just everything that's going on with my mom, as well as with the other that's going on right now, as well as a lot of people, I've heard them talk about how much more time they have, and that's wonderful. I'm glad a lot of y'all are having a lot more unscheduled time with your families and stuff. But to be honest, nothing has changed for me as far as my workload. All my work has and is been at this farm. So I still have the same amount of daily chores and work, and we pretty much work here most every day. So with all this other that's going on and my regular stuff, this morning I just had a slight emotional breakdown, I guess you would say, to the point I just thought I can't handle anymore. I can't do this. Add that to the fact that our church, as well as most other churches, is not able to meet right now. So yes, we do have online services, but it's just not the same as going and worshiping in person to me with our church family. So just add all that together and it just spells tough time. So I don't mean this to be down and depressing. I drove to my mom and dad's house a while ago and I didn't even turn the radio on. I just prayed and just prayed for strength and prayed for peace, because if I've learned one thing about myself over the years, it's that the devil loves to get me down and then just keep me down. And when I'm down, I'm no use to anybody. So I just prayed, just give me strength and peace, and just give me wisdom to know what to do and to leave it there. Just do what I can and leave it there. That's all I can do. And so I feel a huge burden lifted already. My mom was having a good afternoon, and so we had some good time together. I'm hoping she's going to make a full recovery even from this stroke. And the issues she's having now are pretty minor, honestly, but you can let things just get to you. So my one thing throughout all this is I thought, you know what? I hope that you guys have had in your lifetime really great parents, because through all this I have realized what great parents I have, and I'm so thankful for them. And if you haven't, it breaks my heart. I'm sorry about that. Ben and his dad had some struggles throughout his life, and so I know, not firsthand, but being, as close as I am to Ben, knowing how that hurts. But I got to thinking, you know what, even if we don't have great parents, we can be great parents. And even if you don't have kids, you can be a great stand-in parent for some kids. It's not too late ever to change the tide and to change the future. Maybe up to this point you don't feel like you've been that great of a parent. Well, first off, I say give yourself some grace, because I figure you've been better than you think you have. But it's never too late to change those things we know we're just doing over and over. Say we're being irritable, or we're being short-tempered, or nitpicky, or whatever the case may be with our kids. It's never too late to work on those things. And so I just encourage you, even if you didn't have great parents, be a great parent. Find a kid that needs a positive adult in their life. Get them out digging in the dirt with you, planting seeds, harvesting vegetables. I promise you, they may think that is not cool and that they don't want to do it, but I promise you they'll get into it. Let them come see your baby animals, or whatever the case may be. Or even if you don't live on a farm or anywhere in the country, you're not even growing a garden, you're just dreaming about it, just have them over to make some cookies or something like that. So I just wanted to encourage y'all for a minute and just say, you know what? It's all gonna be okay. We're gonna make it through this. It's tough. It's really tough right now. For a lot of people, for a lot of different reasons. And I think a lot of people are struggling mentally as well right now. It's just a really, really stressful, it's got real quick, I guess. And it just makes us all realize how fast things can change. And I don't know about you guys, but it's made me reevaluate. It's made me reevaluate what I'm involved in, so that when all this is over, do I want to continue doing this, and this? Or are some of those things that I was doing do they need to go so that I can focus on what really is important and what life really is about? And it's made me realize we take each other for granted. We take it for granted that we can just get in the car and go anywhere we want and go visit people and be there within a day or two and stay as long as we want and just travel and do all these things. We've taken all that for granted. We've taken our family for granted. I know I have. And so I've told my family, when this is over, we're making some new memories. We're getting together, we're eating more family dinners, because it just really makes you remember and realize what's important. So I encourage you guys, make the most of this time. That's what I'm trying to do, and not let it get to me. And I know myself, the cure for me for getting down in the dumps and feeling overwhelmed is two things: sunshine and hard work. So I've been coming home every day and just making sure I get out and work. Or if there's nothing to do at that moment and I feel like I need a little exercise, go for a walk. I've tried to keep up. Emily and I have been working out this year. I've tried to keep that up. Those types of things, those are so good for our mental state, as well as just giving it to the Lord. Because a lot of things, when things happen with your family members, especially right now, if you've had a family member hospitalized, you know what I'm talking about. It feels so out of your control, but it already is anyway. It's just brought it to the forefront to realize there's just so many things in this life that are not in our control, and we have to just let that go, let go of the control, so we can find real freedom. So I am no more tears. No more wallowing, no more worrying. I am giving it to the Lord. I'm about to go weed some onions and some garlic and some potatoes and spend some time with my kiddos. And I will see you guys later. And I love you. I appreciate you. I appreciate that we've gotten emails, messages, all this, wanting to know where I've been. And so that's where I've been, is just trying to be a good daughter. And I appreciate if you continue to remember me. And I thank y'all for watching our channel. I thank you for subscribing, commenting, sharing our videos, just everything. I just love you guys so much. See you tomorrow. God bless.